What?
Just thought you'd like to know it's the end of the line.
Oh, thanks.
You look different. You've shaved.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to L.A.
Thank you. Listen, you from around here?
Yeah. Just took a trip to the Midwest to see my sister. How about you?
Yeah, I guess I'm from L.A. Say, you wouldn't happen to know where the closest local bus stop is, would you?
Well, it depends where you're headed.
Oh, in Santa Monica.
I thought you said you were from around here.
Yeah, well, that was a while back.
Coming back to start over again, is that it?
I want you to get it here as soon as possible. 10-4.
Jerry! Hold it! Hold it! Jerry. Hey, buddy. All right, look, stay still. I'm going to get some help. I'm not leaving. I'm just going to the car. I'll be right back.
Jamie. Sweetheart.
What?
Why were you so angry at Mac, Jamie?
I'm angry because he never told me about Sandy. He never trusted me enough to tell me that Sandy was his son and that he was my stepbrother.
But it was your mother who told you.
Yeah, but the point is that Mac didn't tell me. Besides, I made my mother tell me. She had no alternative.
I still don't understand.
Look, Cecile, Mac knew that he had a son a long, long time ago. I don't know, maybe he always knew. But he never, ever told me.
And now, the continuing story of Another World.
You think he always knew?
Yep.
Jamie, look, maybe he didn't. I mean, Sandy's only been in town for a little while.
You edited Mac's memoirs, didn't you?
Yes. Right now, they're under lock and key in his office. But there was no mention in them of a natural son. Why are you bringing that up now?
Did you read the whole thing?
Of course. Well, actually, not the whole thing. There was one chapter that Mac didn't want me to see. I guess he had his reasons.
Yeah, he sure did.
Jimmy, what are you getting at?
I was working at Mac's desk, and I came across a file folder. It was with a bunch of other folders.
Oh.
It was labeled Chapter 7. I thought it was part of a novel that I'd been editing, but it wasn't. This Chapter 7 was out of Mac's life. It was part of his memoirs. It told the story of Sandy's mother and Mac's involvement with her.
Oh. Jamie. That must have been really upsetting for you to read.
Well, I don't know how it got onto his desk.
Well, I mean, you know, there's so much filing that goes on at the complex. It's not surprising to me to, well, have it be misplaced somewhere, you know?
Yeah. I didn't get all the way through it. I stopped once I realized what it was, but I got far enough to know that Mac knew about it all along.
Sweetheart. Oh, I just wish that you could have found out in some better way.
Oh, sure, like Mac telling me.
Jamie, listen. I don't ever want you to tell Mac about this, that you read it, even though you found it accidentally.
But, Cecile, I have to.
Jamie, you have to allow a person their privacy. You have to respect that. Now, obviously, Mac didn't want anyone to know about that. He wanted to keep that part of his life secret.
Oh, sure, for good reason, apparently.
It doesn't matter what reason. Please don't.
I can't promise that.
Why not?
I can't lie to him. Even though he, like everyone else, it seems, is lying to me. Except you. You didn't. Thank you.
I'd never lie to you. You know that.
Honey? Give me a kiss.
Just hang in there, buddy. Here, help on the way.
Larry, what happened here?
I don't know, man. I went back to the car to call for a backup unit. When I came back, Jerry was out cold.
How long ago did this happen?
About 10 or 15 minutes ago.
And he's been out the whole time?
Completely.
Ah, here's the cause.
What happened?
Well, my guess is someone hit him with something. Sergeant Ewing, what can we do? We got the officer down call.
Oh, I don't think a whole lot right now. We responded to an attempted break-in call, but those characters are long gone by now.
How is he?
I don't know. I was going to ask the doc. How's he going to do?
Well, his vital signs are strong, but in order to determine the extent of the injuries, we got to get him back to the hospital for some tests.
Look, you mind if I go with you?
Easy with him. Yeah, come on.
Listen, would you call my wife and tell her to meet me at the hospital?
Will do. Let's go.
Oh, and, can you return this car to the station?
No problem, Sergeant Ewing.
Thanks a lot.
So what do you want, Leigh? I mean, you've got to want more than what you have here.
Actually, what I have is just fine with me.
Yeah, well, it's not fine for me. I know I want a lot more to life than just this.
Like what?
Well, I want a career. A very demanding career. One where I make decisions that affect a lot of other people.
Like publishing?
Maybe. Or maybe broadcasting. I think it might be kind of interesting to be a broadcaster, telling everyone what's going on in the world.
Okay. What else?
What else?
What else do you want?
Well, I'd like a really nice house. One that has a real fancy living room and a great staircase when you first walk in the door. And if not that, I'd like a really exclusive condominium. Something I'm not going to be ashamed to invite people over to.
You're ashamed of this place?
I didn't say that. I just mean eventually I'd like to have a really nice house.
Like Cecile's?
Yeah, like Cecile's. You only have one life, Leigh. You may as well make the most of it.
Sally?
Hmm?
There's something you haven't mentioned in this perfect little life of yours.
What's that?
You haven't mentioned me. Am I a part of your future?
Okay. Well, I'll get there as soon as I can. I have to take my son over to his grandmother's. Yeah, okay, goodbye.
Hello?
Blaine, this is Clarice.
Oh, hi, Clarice. What's up?
There's been an accident.
What kind of accident?
I'm not sure.
Who was it? What?
I don't know. The police sergeant called and he said that somebody in Larry's car was wounded.
All right, now, would you just calm
But
down
I don't
for 1
know
second?
who.
I don't... Clarice, please, calm down for 1 second. Start at the very beginning and tell me what's going on.
Somebody radioed into the desk sergeant and asked him to call me. He said that I should get to the hospital right away.
That's all he said?
Well, I don't remember exactly what he said. I was too scared. I thought if I should call you, maybe you want to go there. But I got to get Corey over to aid us now. I have to get to the hospital now.
No. Clarice, you stay right where you are.
Blaine, I have to go to the hospital.
Oh, you're in no condition to drive.
I can't wait here, Blaine.
Clarice, now hold on. You stay right there and get yourself together. Now, I'm going to come down. You're right on my way to the hospital. I'll be there in 5 minutes,
Okay, but hurry. Please, hurry.
Clarice, I'm out the door, okay?
Okay.
Of course you're a part of my future. How could you... Leigh, I can't believe you would even ask me a question like that.
I just wasn't sure.
We're getting married, aren't we?
Yeah. I guess I just thought maybe that I'd be important enough to mention.
Oh, Leigh. Look, I want all those things for us.
Things,
for both of us.
Things, that's the problem.
Well, I don't understand what you're talking about.
I think when people start worrying too much about things, they miss out on a lot.
I don't understand.
What I'm talking about is that if things get in the way of really important stuff, like love and happiness.
Well, I just don't think there's anything wrong with wanting nice things.
There isn't. And that's not my point.
What's your point?
My point is priorities. You've got to set priorities.
Priorities, okay. How so?
Well, like, I watched Denny and Suzanne drift further and further apart because they placed things first on their list instead of each other. If Suzanne had problems, Denny wasn't there to help her with them, and he was too busy to think he had any. He was always at school or at work just because he wanted to succeed. He wanted to have things. So by the time he got his precious law degree, he and Suzanne had grown totally apart. They didn't even have the slightest idea about what each other were about. But they had money coming in. They could afford to have things. But it really didn't matter by then to either of them. The marriage was ruined. See, what happened to Denny and Suzanne is that things became more important than each other.
Boy, I think that is sad.
It is sad. But I'm glad I saw it happen.
Why? It sounds awful.
Well, I learned never to get caught up in that game.
Yeah, well, I think there has to be a way of reaching a happy balance.
Exactly. That's kind of what the party this afternoon was for me.
Yeah, but... Leigh, you gotta want more out of life than that. You have to.
Maybe. But you gotta keep first things first.
Oh, but we will. That bad stuff, it won't happen to us.
I hope not.
It won't. I promise you.
Is he going to be okay, Doctor?
Oh, yes, I think he'll be all right.
What?
Take it easy, Jerry. Take it easy. You're going to be all right.
What happened?
Somebody hit you. You've been out for a while.
Yeah, I guess I'm starting to remember. Where's Larry? Is he all right?
Right here, buddy. I'm fine.
Good.
Listen, what happened in the alley? I was only gone for a few minutes.
I don't know.
Looks like you were struck on the back of the head.
Yeah, I guess so. I just don't remember.
How are you feeling?
Fine, I think. It's just that I'm really sore right here.
Well, you certainly should be.
Yeah, but I'm okay.
Okay. Now, take it easy. Take it easy. We're going to wait till Rick gets back with the x-rays before you go anywhere.
But I'm okay, Russ.
Yeah, sure you are. But we're going to wait for the x-rays anyway.
Look, I feel fine. I feel like I always do.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, what are you talking about?
I let you down. My first day back on the force, and I blew it.
Oh, come on, Jerry. Some creep comes up behind you, knocks your lights out. You're no Superman. That could happen to any of us.
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea.
What are you talking about?
Maybe I shouldn't have gone back in the force. Maybe I am as bad a cop as I was a lawyer.
Oh, come on, Jerry. You're one of the best cops I know, and you know that, too.
Yeah, I'm top of the line. That's why I'm sitting here.
Look, you got in a bad situation. Maybe I shouldn't have left you alone.
Thanks, Larry, but you don't have to cover for me.
I'm not covering for you.
Well, then be straight with me.
I am. You know, if you'd have gone back to that car and radioed in, I'd be the one sitting there. This can happen to any of us.
I just wanted to come by again today to tell you that I'm leaving tomorrow and to say goodbye.
How's Jamie?
Oh, he's upset and he's hurt, but at least we had a good talk.
What did he say?
Well, I think the thing that hurt him the most, Mac, was how he found out about Sandy.
I can understand that. Why did Rachel tell him? She knew very well I wanted to tell him myself about Sandy and my relationship.
It was surprising to me, too. I mean, I don't know why she did it. She knows the shape that Jamie's in, right? But, you know, the strange thing is, I don't really think Jamie believed her.
You don't? Well, then why did he change his mind? I don't understand.
Well, this is where it gets confusing. Jamie kept talking about a file.
File?
Yes, and, I know this sounds funny, but Chapter 7?
Chapter 7?
Mac, do you remember when you were having me work on your autobiography?
Yes.
Wasn't Chapter 7 the chapter that you didn't want me to edit?
Yes, absolutely, Cecile. I didn't want anyone to see that chapter.
Oh. Well, was there something in it that could upset Jamie?
Well, under the circumstance of how he found out about Sandy, yes, I think he would be very upset if he read it.
Well, what was it, if you don't mind my asking?
No, I don't mind. It was where I wrote about me and Sandy's mother, our affair.
Oh, Mac. Oh, I can understand how terribly hurt it'd be reading that.
I just don't know how he could have got hold of it.
Well, he's been working a lot in your office lately, and maybe he just stumbled upon it.
No, Cecile. That manuscript has been locked in my safe since I finished writing. No one has access to it. Only I have the key, except Liz, of course.
Well, maybe Jamie has a set of keys, too. Or he could have borrowed Liz's keys.
No wonder he's so hurt and upset.
Oh, Mac, please don't torment yourself.
How can I not? I never, ever wanted to hurt Jamie, and now
Look,
I really...
Mac, when I bring Sandy back here, then the two of you can explain why you didn't tell him.
Perhaps. I just hope that Sandy and I can make amends. But, Cecile, I've been having second thought about your trip to Santa Monica. I'm not sure that's a good idea at all.
Why not?
Why don't I just hire private investigators to track Sandy down? That way you can be with Jamie. I'm sure he needs you now, Cecile.
No, Mac. I really think that it's best that I go out there. You see, if I can bring Sandy back here, I think that'll help Jamie more than if I ever stayed here, you see. I think he needs that.
But wouldn't you be doing more for Jamie if you stayed here with him?
No. And besides, Mac, those detectives might be able to locate Sandy, but I could convince him to come back here. I mean, once he sees me, he'll know how important it is to come back.
Well, yes, that's probably true. I hadn't thought of that before.
Then you don't mind my going?
As long as it's all right with Jamie. But if you don't locate Sandy right away, I want you to come straight back here.
I promise I will, Mac.
All right. Good luck, Cecile. I hope you find him quickly, for Jamie's sake.
I will. Don't you worry about it. You just take care of yourself. Goodbye.
Thank
I'll
you.
see you soon.
Hello? Operator, hi. Yeah, can you give me an outside line, please? Long distance, yeah, thanks.
Hello?
Hi, Melissa. It's, Sandy.
Where are you?
Yeah, I'm glad to hear your voice, too.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Listen, that's why I was calling, because I knew you'd be worried. I mean, you always are, right?
Oh, well, listen, I'm not the only one who's worried about you.
What do you mean?
Well, Jamie and Cecile have been asking if I know where you are.
Oh, yeah? What'd you tell them?
What could I tell them? I don't know where you are, so that's what I told them. Although I have a pretty good idea.
Okay, well, look, just don't speculate, all right, babe? I mean, I'm here, I'm safe, and tomorrow, with any luck, I'm going to find a job and start over again.
Again.
Yeah, again. Say, listen, how's Mac? Any word on him?
Oh, word is that he's okay.
Oh, great. Yeah. Well, listen, babe, I guess I better get going. Tight budget, all that, you know?
Sandy?
Yeah.
Well, isn't there any place that I could contact you, like a number or an address I could have?
No. At least not yet. You know, just give me a little time, okay, Melissa?
Yeah. Sure.
I will call you, I promise.
I'm going to hold you to it.
I love you.
I love you.
I'm looking for Larry Ewing.
Yes, he's in the exam room.
Is it Larry that was wounded? How is Larry? What happened to him?
Larry? There's nothing wrong with Larry.
But the nurse said that he was in the exam room.
He's in there with Jerry Grove.
What happened to Jerry?
Well, he's okay.
But he was hurt.
Yes, he was hurt. I think he's suffering from a minor concussion, but he's going to be fine.
Good.
He was out for a while, but he's conscious now. I'm just taking these x-rays into Russ. We'll evaluate them and see.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, honey, I was so worried about you.
Well, listen, you don't have anything to worry about. Everything's gonna be fine, baby. Hey, sis.
How's Jerry doing?
Hey, pretty good.
You guys can go in and see him if you like.
Is that okay?
Sure. In fact, I think he could use a friendly face right about now.
Yeah, you sure could.
Look, will you give these to Russ?
Sure. Yeah.
Aren't you going in?
No. I have some things I have to do.
You have some things to do?
Yeah.
You can't spare a few minutes to see Jerry?
I don't think Jerry really wants to see me anyway.
I don't think he's that sick.
I don't think he wants to see me, Rick. But he is going to be all right, isn't he?
He's going to be fine, Blaine.
I mean, you know, today was his first day back on the police force. I don't think he'd want to miss a whole lot of work, you know.
I can't imagine there being any problem with that.
Yeah, good. Can he go home tonight? Or?
Well, he was unconscious. I imagine Russ wants to keep him overnight, just for observation.
I see.
You sure Jerry doesn't want to see you?
Yeah, very sure.
Why? I mean, if you don't mind my asking.
A lot of things came out in that trial of mine, you know. Things that hurt Jerry a lot.
I remember that. And he didn't understand that you, you had to do what you did?
I don't know. No, I guess he didn't. I mean, I've tried to talk to him about it. He won't listen to me, I can't blame him.
Oh, come on.
No, really, I can't. He's probably just afraid he's going to get hurt again. And listen, I'll tell you,
I think you're being a little hard on yourself, don't you?
No. I do have a long history of hurting people, you know.
How about the way you feel?
My feelings?
Yeah, you do have them, don't you?
Of course I do.
And you don't have feelings for Jerry?
I will always care for Jerry. I didn't marry him for the right reason. I did fall in love with him, though. I really did fall in love with him.
Well, that's the important thing, isn't it?
Well, maybe. I don't know. The thing is, he doesn't believe that.
Well, maybe he will in time.
No, he won't.
Look, I'm sorry. It's none of that.
Why? Why are you
It's
sorry?
just that I don't like to see people hurting.
I'm okay.
I know that. I know. It'll be fine. So how's everything else?
Okay. Thank you very much. Fine. I'm not doing anything right now.
No.
But I have decided to sell Jordan's house.
Oh. Well, let me give you a word of warning. Apartments are impossible to find in Bay City. I mean, ones that are reasonably priced.
Have you been out
Yes, I've been apartment hunting.
Oh.
Yeah, Mary and I, we moved into her mother's apartment while she was in Europe, but she's home now, so we have to get back out and look for some.
Sound like a real pro.
Yeah, great. Yeah, we've been looking since before we were married, and I haven't found anything yet.
Oh, fine. The more you keep telling me about this, the less I want to sell my house.
I'm just saying that, see what's on the market before you make a commitment.
Okay. Thanks for the advice, Rick.
Sure. Blaine. Take care of yourself.
I will.
Mitch, where? Oh, I'm sorry. What are you doing down here?
What's it look like I'm doing down here?
Well, I don't think I care to speculate.
I'm looking for some film.
Oh, yes? You keep your film on the floors?
Well, I'm beginning to wonder because I can't find it anyplace else.
Well, maybe you don't have an extra piece of film.
You might be right. I could have miscounted. I don't know, though.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd say that if you hadn't found it by now, there wasn't much chance you were going to, because this isn't a real big room, you know what I mean?
The girl is getting mischievous today, isn't she?
Yeah, care to find out how mischievous?
What'd you have in mind?
Are you through in here?
It looks that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, why don't you come upstairs with me?
What'd you do, take the film up there? Is that where it is? Or was it something else you had in mind?
You know, I thought we could develop something all on our own, you know?
Well, we could just stay here, couldn't we?
In the dark room?
It's not that
The light is nice. It's all warm, red, sensual, hot.
It's not all that's sensual.
No, it isn't.
No, I think you got the corner in that market.
You sure know how to scare a person.
Yeah, it's my specialty. What do you think, Doc?
Well, I don't see anything in the x-ray.
Hey, hold on, buddy. Where do you think you're going?
I'm going home.
Hey, just wait a sec. You're not going anywhere.
You heard the doctor. He said I was okay.
Yeah, I want to keep you overnight, though, just for observation.
Wait, I am not staying here. I feel fine.
Jerry, it's just one night. If the doctor wants you to stay here.
I am not going to stay here, and that's it. Especially if there's nothing wrong with me.
What is wrong, Jerry?
Look, I'm sorry, Dr. Matthews. I have just had my fill of hospitals. Too many bad memories, okay?
Maybe he could stay with us.
No, Clarice.
Well, we have that spare room, Jerry. You could use
Come
it.
on, Jerry. You can bear spending one night with us.
Will you agree with that?
Yeah, don't be so pig-headed about it.
I'm not being pig-headed. I just want to go home.
What do you think?
Well, obviously I would rather keep him here, but I certainly can't force him to stay.
That's right.
Okay, all right, we'll do it your way. But I tell you, if you have any problems, I want you to give us a call.
I'll call. Okay?
All right, fine. All right, let's get you out of here. Oh. Come on, buddy. Okay. You'll be all right.
Yo, Larry, see if you can get him back in here in the next day or so for a checkup, will you?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Can't wait until we start our life together.
Well, I thought we had him.
No, I mean away from Bay City.
I know what you mean. I look forward to it.
It'll be wonderful.
Well, we'll see that it's wonderful.
Well, it can't be anything but. Once I get custody of Amanda, it'll just be the four of us. Alone, finally. It'll be perfect.
It will be.
What's the matter?
I just sometimes wonder, and I hope I get that job in Cliffside.
Of course you're going to get it. I know you will.
Oh, yeah? Is that what your crystal ball says? I hope it's right, because I'm going to spend time in San Francisco.
It'll be wonderful there. It's a great city. Mitch, let's try and get an apartment, overlooking the bay.
Like a little small one for a small budget.
Well, no, it'll be all right. I'll go back to teaching, and we'll get a little more money. And then we'll move to a bigger place. And then we can save up our money and we'll buy a little sailboat. And you and Matthew can go out sailing every Sunday morning.
Could you join us?
No. Amanda and I'll stay home. Well, because it's important for a young boy to be alone with his father. Those are special times. Children really remember special times.
Yeah, I know they do.
I want it to work out for us.
We'll make it work out.
Sometimes I think this is all a dream.
I know what you mean. It's been a long time. I feel like it's like the light at the end of the tunnel.
We've been trying to make it work out for so long. I guess I really can't believe it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. We'll see that it happens.
I just want us to be happy.
We will be.
Where you been?
I didn't expect you to be up, honey. When I left, you were sound asleep.
I asked you a question.
You sound so suspicious.
I am suspicious.
Oh.
I go to sleep and my wife is beside me, and I wake up and she's gone.
Well, I didn't do anything very exciting. I just had a few things to do before I left
Cecile.
tomorrow, so
I don't want you to go and find Sandy.
Oh, Jamie, please don't talk about it anymore. I don't want to go either.
Then why are you doing it?
Because I have to. Because Mac asked me to, and more importantly, I'm doing it for you.
For me? What you could do for me is stay here.
No. It's really important that I go.
Why?
Because I just can't stand seeing you and Mac angry at each other like this. The only way to settle this thing once and for all is to bring Sandy back to Bay City. Jamie, get this whole thing out in the open and resolve it.
Resolve it? Cecile, Sandy is Mac's son. That fact was kept from me for I don't know how long. But now I know.
Well, whatever way you want to look at it, once the three of you come to terms with this fact, then we will be able to get on with the more important things in our lives, sweetheart. Hmm?
What important things?
On what we want.
You don't think going to find Sandy and bring him back here is going to accomplish that, do you?
Oh, yes, I do.
So you're leaving tomorrow morning?
Mm-hmm. On the first flight out.
How long are you going to be gone?
I don't know, Jamie. As long as it takes.
Where are you going?
Oh, Los Angeles. Max seems to think Sandy might be there.
Start in Santa Monica.
Why Santa Monica?
It's something Sandy once said.
What?
He said as a kid, he used to hang out at a merry-go-round. He said it was on a pier. I think he said the Santa Monica Pier.
Huh. Well, I wonder if it's still there. Good. That's a good place for me to start.
Cecile? Call me.
Oh, I will every day,
And
sweetheart.
tell me. Tell me when and if you find Sandy.
Oh, the minute I do, darling, the minute I do.
You better.
And the minute I find him, I'm going to tell him that Mac wants him back here, and that I want him back here for you and Mac to settle this whole thing. But I promise you that if I can't convince him, I'm going to come running back to my baby.
Okay.
You angry that I'm going, Jamie?
I don't like the idea. I told you that. I don't like the idea of you going alone.
Well, you certainly can't come with me. They need you here at the complex. Mac needs you. You know, I don't think he could handle the both of you gone right now.
Both of whom?
Both of his sons.
Both? No, Cecile. Mac has only one son.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I'm going to have to accept.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.